Hello there, welcome back to the Technology Innovation Hub. So let's continue the monitoring on Oracle database portal. So this is going to be the last session actually from on monitoring and the basic beginners set of sessions for monitoring actually. So let's continue. Let me share the screen. This is what we have been doing. Yeah, ADRCI. Now we learn about the basics on command line alert monitoring and trace, and we got to know the issue on DB console with Flash, and Oracle gave the solution on JET, right? So JET technology, and now let's take a look at the other feature that or the other tool that Oracle is giving to monitor and troubleshoot, that is ADRCI, Automatic Diagnostic Repository Command Line Interface. So this is actually introduced on 11G. So it's a fairly long time being introduced, but they have been adding features. So let's take a look at this first, and the documentation is here. So if I want to just, let's copy this one and go here. This is the documentation. You can see ADRCI command line interpreter. Actually, ADR stands for Automatic Diagnostic Repository. CI is command line interface. So just take a look at that one. I'll be uploading the document so that you can take a look at this documentation reference as well. But let's go here and let's do some hands-on there with this tool. So what I'm going to use, we will use 19C for this. Okay, so this is I think this is 19C. Modern we have set up environment here. Yeah, this is the 19C. Okay, so yeah, this environment is set up for 19C. So let's clear this. And right away I can type ADRCI. This is what will happen. ADRCI. Yes, ADRCI, right? Okay. This is the very first thing. I mean, as soon as you type ADRCI, that is what it says. Now already the base is being set. So there is a base like Oracle Home, Oracle Base. There is a base for ADR as well, Automatic Diagnostic Repository. And actually you can take a look at everything from the command line, this using this utility. But let's take a look at from outside as well. Let's go here. Now I'm in trace now. So let me come back a bit. I think one more. Yeah. Yeah, then now we are in the correct place. Right. Okay, LS. This is what. Now this is the base. Automatic diagnose repository base is this. You not on app Oracle. Now this is the directory that Oracle introduced from 11G or not. If somebody can remember the old ones before 11G, we had separate directories for this alert log. Core dump destination, background dump destination, those things were there. So, I mean, we need to set the path for alert file separately using the background dump destination parameter. But from 11G on not, they introduced this separate diagnostic folder. Actually, there's a now the Oracle has added many features. Now this one is going for example, you know, ITSM, IT support time management. We have ticket tracing, this L1 support, L2 support, we have SR, CR, right, problem management, incident management. Now this is been already Oracle has add on those features itself for ADRCI. For example, if you want to say SR right away for Oracle, you can just link with this ADRCI and upload all necessary troubleshooting information at once. It is very powerful now. And that's what ADRCI is very basically, and you can see these folders, the folder structure. Within that you have now, even though rack is not configured, the folder structure is here. This is a standalone database. You have RDBMS and you have listener logs are here, and this is for the cluster ID services, the ASM. So likewise, all the whatever the tools which are configured, whatever the features which are configured in database, there's a separate directory. That's what it says. And ASM, CMD, yeah, those are ISM related. Yes. So let's continue with this. And if you even look at the document, you have the commands. I have given those explanations in the document, and the reference is there. And right away, I have gone. And the very first command, okay, let's try this show alert. Yeah, show alert. Yes, you have show alert, set home path, that is to set to which database we are working with. Set home path. Okay, that is to set the database. Yes, show home. Okay, let's try the very first command, show alert. Just to become familiar, we just type show alert. Now, what I'm doing here, you may remember earlier I ran VI commands and tail commands. No need. You can right away come to this tool. You can do everything what we are doing in the command prompt with the Linux or Windows utilities here very easily, rather easier than that actually. So now I need to set my home now, because in my machine I have two databases. So therefore, let's set the home number 2, because I am in 19C. So you can see this 19C. And even I can set this one in command line rather than just setting like that. And now you see, yeah, so starting Oracle, yeah, so this is what it says, the last few lines in my alert. That's what, because my command was not the last few lines. And this is the VID actually, the whole alert is given. Please select, okay, let's say to quit. Now, what was my command? I ran show alert, right? Show alert. Show alert means what? I need to see my alert file. Very simple. No need to go to the trace and VI and tail and no. Just type show alert. That's all. It will show me the current alert file depending on my option. Now, why is asking the option? I haven't set the home. I can set the home. That's why this command was there. Here you can see set Oracle home path. If I set home, it will not ask this option for me, right? We can try that, set home path, diagnostic RDBMS, like we can try that. For the time being, let's select option number 2. So now it shows me the whole alert. Actually, from the beginning, it shows the whole alert, because I didn't do any filtering. Whole alert on my 19C. And now even those our corruption should be here, right? We corrupted the data file, no? And we recovered those also should be here somewhere. You can see, yeah, it should be there somewhere. If I search, it will be there. Should not go too far, because the same database I use for practicals. Yeah, you can see. This is the recovery, unable to obtain the file status. Now this is for the recovery. And yeah, I did a recovery, no? So that's what, and even the corruption is there. You can see now for monitoring, you have a lot of errors here, right? ORA, and this is redo log file, because I ran a recovery. And the trace file is also there. You can see ORA 91 and trace information. Yes. Okay. Okay, so let's break it off there, and let's escape, quit, right? And let's set the home here, and let's quit. Okay, let's try Q to quit, and let's say set ADR home. This is what I want to try. Set home path, and we can just right away say show homes, right? Show homes command will show you homes, current homes. You can say set plus say show homes. These are my current homes. Then I can say set home path, and I can set to 19C. This is my 19C. I want it to be 19C. So let's set the home that, and now it will work in that, right? And now if I right away say show alert, it will show me that. This is what. And let's filter it. We can filter it again. The commands are there. What we did on tail minus F and tail minus 100, same thing is possible. You can see show alert minus tail 50. Right, let's try that one. Show alert minus tail, no space, minus tail. I want to see the 50 lines, last 50 lines. That is what. And show alert minus tail 10. We give you last 10 lines. Okay, so pretty simple. You can very easily do it here, and again tail F also there, minus tail minus F. So you can try it out. Show alert minus F minus tail. So this will show as it happens. I think made a mistake. Minus F as it happens. Minus tail minus F should be other way, right? Show alert minus tail minus F. This is what. So as it happens, this is equal to tail minus F in Linux. As it happens, it will show me the update. So very easy. You can get used to that one rather than just using the command line. As a beginner, once you get used to it, this is pretty easy. The automatic diagnostic repository command line interface. Now, since we just did the practical, but it's better to get familiar with what is ADR also. What is ADR is, just to get an idea. Very important. ADR, automatic diagnostic repository. This is what. And I have given the link, you can take a look at. So, and I have extracted certain details. The ADR is a file-based repository for database diagnostic data such as trace, dumps, alert, log, health monitor reports. So you can see that even the health monitoring is included, right? Daily health checks, it will append automatically to the displays, and you can get those information. This is included in the console as well. It is linked to the console and more. Now, it has a unified directory structure across multiple instances and multiple products. Because diagnostic data including the alert and likewise in ADR parameter file parameters, this is depreciated. That's what I told you. This is 10G, 11G or not. These things are depreciated. So they introduce the diagnostic destination, one parameter. So we can take a look at this parameter. So this will tell you what where it points to currently. If I just type show parameter, just type DIAG. You can see this is my ADR, not ADR. This is where my diagnostic home is. Diagnostic repository is located at this place at the moment. So that is what we went earlier. ADR home is within that, no, right? And here we take a look at the show homes. So that now it shows only that because I have set that home as well. So that is what diagnosis. So beyond that, we have this path for my database. So here it shows up to this place, my ADR setting, parameter setting diagnostic destination. Home comes beyond this place, diagnostic, right? Yeah, you not run app Oracle within that, only the DIAG folder is there. Okay, so that is that, unless this is, you can see structure. So I just explain the structure, and again reference I have given. I'm not going to go to all these theories, but just take a look at it for you to study. We'll come back. These are beginner sessions. That's why I'm just keeping my limit. Later we'll be digging into more information on the mid and advanced sessions on this diagnostic area. Tie a tree command on diagnostic directory. You can go and tie a tree. That's true. Tree command, you have to go controlling size of alert log. Yeah. So tree command, actually what is asking is this. So we can come back here, exit. So where am I now? Yeah, okay, home. So we need to go to this place. I can use that one, but I can use a diagnostic path, but let's go here for a, yeah, so let's go to DIAG tree. So this is what this is. The tree command actually shows all these trace files as well, because within that And so you can try out that because so this we can control this tree command, but this is just I just ran tree, right? So you can see it shows this is what the directory structure. It shows that the hierarchy you can see codump and logs and trace alert. This is now DIAG. Sorry, the ADRCI is using this one, not the text-based one, because we had the alert log in RDBMS trace directory, so that is not the one ADRCI used. It used the XML file. The reading info from XML. So we had this one alert. This is 12C1 and yeah. So trace. Okay. So right. That is that, and here is the document further says controlling the size. That is, this is another important thing, no? Because Oracle keep on appending to the alert file and the size is becoming high. So, and not only that, the trace file size. Trace file size is a problem. No, sometimes it's going to be in gigabytes. So therefore, you can control it there. So you can see, you can control. Okay, let's say alert file you can delete and you can back it up and delete, but the trace file sometimes become a headache. So you can see controlling the size of the trace file, there's a parameter. You can control the maximum size of trace file including alert using the parameter max dump file size, right? Max dump file size. So there's a way this parameter works. So you can see you can set the parameter in the following ways. A numerical value specify the maximum size operating system blocks specified. You can set in megabytes, kilobytes as well. That's okay. And unlimited, this is the default value. Be careful. Default value is unlimited. So if you go take a look at max dump file size, so parameter, let's go here and let's take a look at show parameter dump. You can see max dump. This one you can see it is unlimited. So this is the problem. Default value is unlimited. So it can go on the disk limit. You can add that and append in the trace file. So size can go into very high. Put a value here. Put a value and it will go on a rotational style. There's a rotational style. How is managed that? For example, if you set 15 gig, then it will manage that term within that 15 gig. So set a value. So therefore, let it automatically manage those values, and it will not overwrite and it will break down, and there is the file naming pattern will get changed. The trace file once it reaches 15 gig, the file naming pattern will get changed. So there's a big explanation behind that, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. But anyway, for the time being, you can set as always a good practice to set the max dump file size, right? Set a value, don't keep it unlimited. Those are best practices when you're managing production databases. Yes, so that is that. I think for the beginners level, this is much more enough on the monitoring and parameter file. Okay, so all right, I think we are done with the document as well. So I will upload this one, and I'm going to end up the session. And the next is the most interesting and most demanded. So we have covered up the most basics, and the next most demanded is Oracle database architecture explanation. So I'll be starting the architectural explanation. It will go to at least 10 to 15 sessions because it will, in terms of hours, it might take 5 hours. So I'll be breaking into smaller sessions. The architecture, not the actually architecture is not going to be basics actually, but starting from the basics, I'm going to deep dive, because at beginners level, you have to put the foundation well. So we are going to do that in the next session. The next series will start for the architecture series. So hoping to start that soon. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Have a great time. Bye bye.